this is my top 5 future project cars for me personally, and most likely for the whole channel. I'll probably be uploading videos on it as soon as I get to it. First things first, the 2003 Mustang V6. So the actual price about the car be about $3,000. This here car holds a special place just in the car community, in my opinion, in general, just because it's gotten so many people into the car scene just alone with this just here car. And I'm kind of biased because it's the Mustang that came out when I was born. So the mod plans are a 302 replica paint job, so it's replicating a Mustang Boss 302 in its paint job. And the Mustang Boss 302 is one of my favorite cars of all time, so gotta have that there, make it look nice. A centrifugal supercharger just to give her a few more horses, make her a little more fun. I plan to add a catback exhaust system, which you can kind of see right here. I personally think it looks the best, and I mean, it'll probably sound really nice. So BBK 8-inch headers to like add to the engine modifications, I guess. Some MRR M024 wheels, which are these gorgeous wheels right here. Some coilovers to get a good ride height, and rear window louvers because I just kind of have a soft spot for them. The estimated build price for this just gorgeous build, in my opinion, is around $14,000. Number 2 is the 1988 Pontiac Fiero. The price for the actual car would be around $5,000. This car is just, it's beautiful. That's just all I can say. In my opinion, this is one of the nicest looking cars ever made. You can disagree with me. Note, this is all my opinion. I'm not gonna state anything that's 100% factual because I don't 100% know. But the mod plans for this guy are to engine swap from a engine swap to a 3.4 liter V6 from a 1995 Camaro. Just because he's rolling with the Iron Duke. The Iron Duke is not, he don't have that many horses, is what I'm trying to say. Raceline Matrix 146B wheels, which are these guys right here. They're not looking too bad on this guy. I think they look pretty nice. Coilovers to get hopefully a better ride height than this guy has. Lord have mercy. And a blue paint job very similar to this guy. Also a disclaimer, I do not own any of the pictures or anything used in this video. Just to throw it out there. Alright, number 3 is a 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer OZ Rally. So the car itself, from the few that I've seen on Facebook Marketplace, the average would be about $3,000 to $4,000 for one in decent condition. So with this car, the thing that kind of has me into this car is just, I think rally racing is just so cool. I'd love to do it, and if I'm going to do it, I'd love to do it in this car. My mod plans consist of yellow paint because I think the yellow paint looks pretty sick. Method MR 501 VT spec racing wheels, which are these nice tan guys right here. I think they look amazing on this car. I could be wrong, but we'll have to see if I ever get there. I would upgrade the rally suspension. I'm not sure what I'd upgrade it to, but I would upgrade it just in case I did some rally races or some mountain runs or something, canyon runs, whatever I wind up doing in it. And it's a Lancer OZ Rally. You gotta have mud flaps. Estimated build price for this. So when I was making this, I did all the calculations and stuff, but this number seems a little low. So I'm just gonna say estimated build price around $7,500, give or take some. Okay, number 4 is a 1994 Nissan 240 SX. For one that's in okay condition and running, it's going to be about 8 grand. So, yes, it is very overpriced for a 1990s Nissan. I personally love it, but it is very overpriced and very overrated. I completely agree. So, the mod plans for this are a seafoam green paint job, a 1JZ engine swap. That was the closest I could find to seafoam green. The reason for the 1JZ is just because it's my favorite engine. It makes pretty decent power without being super expensive. I'll get a drift motion turbo kit to add a couple more horses to the 1JZ. I would get Touring TR22 wheels, which are these right here. They are very modern, kind of nice looking wheels. I think they look pretty nice. And I'd also put on a KBD Sylvia conversion body kit. Essentially what that does is it turns the pop-ups and everything of the 240 into the normal front end from the S13, which is, if I haven't stated it already, is my favorite car ever made. Number 5 is the 1992 Mark III Supra. The car itself will roughly be around $7,500, $8,000, give or take some. This car, just in my opinion, is just a JDM legend. It is worth every penny. This car is it's just gorgeous. I love this car so much. So, the mod plans, I don't know if you exactly call the paint a mod, but a nice white paint job like this guy here. I would put a turbo kit in it just to add to the horses a little bit. These guys weren't exactly known for being the fastest cars on the track. I would get American Racing AR 105M wheels, which are these nice retro looking wheels right here. I think they would look gorgeous on this car personally. I would get coilovers to get a nice ride height like this guy here. And I would get a Duraflex Evo body kit, which just makes the car a little wider. The estimated build price, I would say, is about around 10 grand, maybe 11 grand if you're pushing to the high end. Alright, so now we've got some honorable mentions. A 1995 Honda Civic hatch, EG hatch to be more specific. So the car itself would be around $5,000-$6,000 if you find a pretty good one. So you can flame me all you want. I think this car looks good in pink. I think it's just gorgeous. I would love to have an EG hatch in cherry blossom pink. I would do a K20 engine swap just like every other modded Honda. Engine modded Honda anyways. K20, I would put a to go with the K20 engine swap, I would do a K&N K20 cold air intake kit. I would get drag DR33 wheels, which are these guys. Some nice looks like some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like some 7-spoke wheels. They look nice. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty close representation of what it would look like. So, the second honorable mention is going to be a 1988 Mazda RX-7. The FC RX-7, if you would like me to be more precise. One of these in okay condition would be about $7,000, $8,000, give or take some. So the mod plans with this one aren't too crazy. I mostly leave it stock, but it would give a baby blue paint job, kind of like this guy down here. Welded differential for drifting purposes and what have you, if I decided to do that. RTX Denver wheels, which are these right here. And coilovers for nice ride height. So these honorable mentions, for the most part, are the ideas of the other Falling Garage member, which hasn't been introduced to the channel yet, but we'll get to it eventually. Alright, and the last honorable mention is a Nissan 300ZX Z31. The price of the car itself would be around $5,000 for a decent example. So the Z31, I just personally much rather have a Z31 than a Z32. If you can't tell by this list, Nissan's my favorite brand. So about what I would do to this car, I would get it painted purple because I think the purple is just gorgeous. I would get a VQ35DE engine swap from a 350Z just to modernize the engine a little bit. I would get catback exhausts for it because let's be fair here, we're all we're all suckers for catback exhaust. And Nismo 57CR Club Sport wheels, which look like this. They are just gorgeous. I would put these wheels on almost any car I could think of. So, yeah, that has been my top 5 project cars and some honorable mentions. I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Like and subscribe, and I can try and get a little more content out for you.